In the heart of Scotland, a dark, deep body of water stretches between the mountains. Loch Ness. This lake is famous not only for its natural beauty, but also for a secret it is believed to have hidden beneath its waters for thousands of years. Its name is Nessie, a massive, long-necked creature. There are hundreds of witnesses who claim to have seen it, dozens of scientific expeditions that have tried to prove its existence, and an iconic photograph that, even after being debunked, made the legend immortal. The Loch Ness Monster is one of the most enduring and beloved legends of modern times. But is it just a folk tale? A series of misidentified common animals or natural phenomena? Or is there truly a prehistoric creature living in the depths of this dark Scottish loch? Although the legend of Nessie exploded with a newspaper story in the 1930s, its roots go back much further, to 1,500 years ago. The first written account appears in the biography of Saint Columba, an Irish missionary who brought Christianity to Scotland in the 6th century. According to the tale, Saint Columba encountered a giant water beast attacking a man in the River Ness. The saint made the sign of the cross, commanded the beast to retreat, and the creature fled back into the water in terror. This story was told as part of local folklore for centuries. But what launched the modern legend was the construction of a new road along the loch's shore in 1933. This road gave people unprecedented views of the water. That same year, a couple named Aldi and George Spicer claimed to have seen a massive, long-necked creature cross the road in front of their car and plunge into the loch. Their story made newspaper headlines, and the monster hunt officially began. Loch Ness was no longer just a lake. It was the center of a mystery. The event that turned the legend into a global phenomenon occurred in 1934. Robert Kenneth Wilson, a respected London surgeon, claimed to have noticed a commotion in the water while standing on the shore and grabbed his camera. The photograph he took shook the world. The black and white image showed a long, elegant neck and a small head emerging from the dark water. It became famous as the surgeon's photograph and was considered the most powerful evidence of the monster's existence for decades. This photo initiated the golden age of Nessie mania. Tourists and researchers from all over the world flocked to Loch Ness, hoping for a glimpse of the monster. Dozens of new photographs and even short films emerged. Most were blurry, of poor quality, and dubious, but each one added a new layer to the legend. The Loch Ness Monster was no longer just a Scottish folk tale. It was a pop culture icon. After years of amateur hunting, the scientific community also took on the mystery. Starting in the 1970s, many expensive and high-tech expeditions were organized to explore the dark depths of the loch. The most famous was Operation Deep Scan in 1987. A fleet of 24 boats created a sonar net that covered the entire surface of the lake. The sonars detected several huge, unidentified moving objects deep underwater, larger than a shark, but smaller than a whale. However, no clear image could be obtained. Just as scientific interest was peaking, the legend's greatest fortress crumbled. In 1994, the last surviving member of the team that faked the surgeon's photograph confessed that it was a hoax. The photo had been staged using a toy submarine fitted with a fake monster head made of clay. This confession dealt a major blow to the legend, but the search did not end. In 2018, an international team of scientists conducted a massive environmental DNA survey, collecting hundreds of water samples from different points in the loch. Their goal was to catalog every species living in the water. So if there is no monster, what have people been seeing for centuries? The most popular monster theory is that Nessie is a surviving species of plesiosaur, a long-necked marine reptile from the age of dinosaurs. However, scientists say this is highly unlikely. Loch Ness is not large enough to support a breeding population of plesiosaurs. Its waters are too cold, and these creatures would need to surface regularly to breathe, which would lead to far more frequent sightings. More plausible explanations involve the misidentification of known animals. Perhaps what witnesses saw was a giant sturgeon, which can grow up to 2 to 3 meters, a line of otters swimming one after another, or a giant eel. The 2018 DNA survey found no reptile or large fish DNA, like sturgeon, but what they did find was a huge amount of eel DNA. Could Nessie be a giant eel, grown to a size beyond imagination? Another possibility is entirely natural phenomena. Wind-generated waves, the wakes left by boats, or gas bubbles rising from the loch bed can easily be mistaken for a moving creature under the right light conditions. Science says there is no prehistoric monster living in the depths of Loch Ness, but that doesn't end the legend. Because the Loch Ness monster is no longer a matter of zoology, it's a matter of hope and imagination. It represents our belief that in our modern, known world, there can still be something undiscovered, something mysterious. Perhaps the real place Nessie lives is not in the dark waters of the loch, but in the even deeper depths of our collective imagination. And who knows, maybe no matter how much evidence we search for, she is just waiting for the right moment on the next foggy morning to make a fleeting appearance for someone.